Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. As you saw in the title in this video, we are picking up an engine for the E82. I don't think I've said what the plan is. You guys know this is a comp car, so there's really only two engines that are proven that seem to be really successful in competitive drifting. I'm not going to say what it is right now. We're going to head out there. I got a couple-hour drive. This girl is rolling with me also, and I'll show you guys when we get there. All right, guys, so we are back. I didn't show any of the engine when I was there buying it. It is definitely high miles. It has some little issues, but it doesn't matter. We're taking it all apart and going to rebuild it anyways. So it does not matter. We got an awesome deal on it. But what we need to go ahead and do is get this disaster situated. I don't have an engine hoist anymore or an engine stand, so I ran to Harbor Freight, picked up some of those. So let's get this out, we'll get it unboxed, and we'll start showing you what we got. All right, we got the new 2-ton engine hoist here all set up. Now I'm going to unwrap this engine, and then once we get it out, we'll set up our engine stand and we'll talk a bit about it, and I'll show you guys what's going on. All right, so my driveway is a little bit of an incline, and as soon as I started to pick up the engine, the hoist wanted just to roll forward, even with a rubber chock there. So I backed this up into my garage as far as I could, and gonna see if I can pick it up and just drive the truck forward. I threw a little rubber chock in front of this too. We'll see if it works. All I need to do is just have the engine float so I can drive the truck forward. I'm glad I got the 2-ton lift because this goes very high. All right, let's see if we can move this thing a little bit. Alright guys, so I had to run to Ace Hardware to get some bolts so I can mount the stand onto the block here. Ignore my mess in the garage. I had to take everything out of my work truck to go get this engine in Georgia. But this is all in the way, so I need to get this on the stand, fold this up, and then I'm going to clean all this up, and I'll get back with you guys. We'll start breaking this thing down. We'll take a look at how everything is and just go from there. All right, what's up guys? It's a new day. Things just got late last night, but we're out here this morning. I'm gonna pull it out, take all the accessories and everything off, mask everything off, and I wanna get it pressure washed and cleaned because it is grimy. All right, so there it is, much cleaner. I mean, obviously it's not perfect. We just gave it a quick brush and a pressure wash, but that looks worlds better. So from here, it's time to just assemble this thing, inspect it, and see the condition of the engine, and hopefully there's nothing major. The guy I got it from said it had a bad tick or possibly a knock. It does rotate freely, doesn't feel like anything's binding up. The oil was clean that just came out of it. There was a little water in it, but at least in the oil and feeling rotating it, it doesn't seem like anything major. So we'll start disassembling this thing and we'll just see how it goes. All right, guys, so before we start stripping this engine down, I want to talk to you a bit about what it is. This is an L92. It's an aluminum block 6.2 liter, pretty much identical to an LS3, except it is made for a truck. This is out of an '08 Escalade. I believe the only differences are like the cam, injectors, the pistons are a little different. I mean, it's really just small potatoes. Essentially, a L92 and LS3 are pretty much the same thing. This motor was claimed to have around 175K on it. I've already peeked at it a little bit, and that doesn't seem like it's the true number, which I'm not too worried about. We're gonna be rebuilding the whole thing anyways. But this is the engine that we're going to be rebuilding and putting into the E82. So let's go ahead and start tearing this motor down, checking it out, and really see how the inside looks. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take them off for me. Got it? Another one? That's good, that's good. You just need a little bit. Here, go like this. Go pull, pull, pull. Done? Boom. Yep. Okay, again. Yep. And last one. Yeah.
Look at that orange stuff. I love that orange. Why are you pulling that off?
This is the gasket. This is what seals it.
It's your turn.
My turn?
Yeah, we can take turns.
All right, so let's see how these spark plugs look. This will be our first signs of the inside of the engine. These are actually looking decent so far. All right, these first 4 actually look pretty damn good. Look at the other side. Sorry, I know this side's a bit darker. It's been sprinkling on and off, so I set up a canopy out here. What's really nice about this engine is the guy I got it from said that he had gone through and paid someone a lot of money to service this thing. So like the front and rear main seals have been done, timing cover, water pump, but everything on here has definitely been gone through before. Nothing is really stuck or too tight. So that's awesome. There is, I think, maybe 2 or 3 broken exhaust studs on each side, but that's small potatoes. We can get those out. Same thing on this side. All of these look pretty damn good. So that's good. Let's go ahead and pull these valve covers and see how the valve train looks. Ooh, that looks like shit, actually. Sorry, I know this side's really dark. Let me try and get a light in here. This thing is sludgy. Yeah, I'm not sure about that mileage he said. There's definitely a lot of sludge built up in this head. It's pretty dirty. I mean, nothing looks bad. Push rods all look decent. All right, moment of truth. All right, now let's do the other side. I expect this one to look pretty much the same. I don't see anything major, just some carbon buildup, a little water on that one. All right, cylinder walls don't look too bad. There's two of them that have some slight vertical scoring. I'm doing new rings and bearings and everything in this motor anyways. Oh, the lifters look good. I haven't really been showing it, but all the bolts I've been taking off that I'm going to reuse, I'm putting them in a bag and labeling them just to save myself a hassle down the road. Alright, I don't see anything too crazy. The pickup has some like gasket debris in it. A good bit actually. No metal or anything, just old gasket stuff. Alright, I pulled the oil pan. There's nothing major in here. No chunks of anything, a little sludgy, but no debris at all. So now I'm gonna pull this pickup tube. Like I was saying, there's like some gasket debris in here, but nothing major at all. This O-ring for the pickup tube had definitely been replaced. It's in really good shape. This oil pump is new. Like I was saying earlier, they had gone through and did a bunch of maintenance on this motor. It was losing oil pressure when it got up to temp. I don't see any indication why yet. He said there's a chance the bearings might be kind of shot, but we'll just see. We're just about there. All right, I have everything disassembled but the pistons and mains and the crank, so we're gonna get that pulled out. I want to first clean the top of these pistons so I can label them, I can number them so I know where they go. And like I was saying, this guy said that this motor had a knock of some sort, and I found out what that is. Let me show you here. These engines should have some front to back play, but not that much, which means the thrust bearing in the middle here is toast. So that's awesome. Hopefully the crank is in good shape, but that's fine. That's good. That's nothing catastrophic or major at all. It's just been rubbing on the sides of these main caps, but that's nothing. We're good. This is the bearing that's toast that is keeping this engine centered. The crank looks totally fine, but you can see the difference with this side and with this. I mean, this is sharp. Now looking a bit closer at this crank, all of them look fine except for this front one. This thing is, it's rough. It's not smooth at all. Shoo. All right, what's going on, guys? It's a new day. I'm not sure where I left y'all off at. I was balls deep in tearing this thing apart, and the camera died, and I was just a mess. I know the lighting for that entire breakdown was trash. My garage was a disaster. I had the canopy set up outside, so it just wasn't very bright, so I apologize for that. But here we are. It is completely stripped down. Everything looks honestly really good. No major scoring, nothing crazy in here. So that is fantastic. I have all of the parts nice and organized back here. The only thing that doesn't look good is the front journal on this crank. I don't know how well you guys can tell, but this is extremely ribbed. So I'm gonna take it to a guy named Oscar, who has a machine shop right down the road. My brother and some friends have taken stuff to him. He's really good, and he's pretty quick too, which is fantastic. Nobody likes waiting 1, 2, 3 months for their stuff to come back from the machine shop. I'm gonna take him this crank so he can take a look at that. We're gonna see if we can file it down and still be within spec. If we cannot, then I'll just have to get a new crank and we'll get that polished. Something that doesn't have material missing like this one does. The heads look good. I pressure washed the block, the heads, everything yesterday, and they all turned out pretty nice. I mean, they're a little grimy, but I don't see any cracks, anything major. I'm gonna replacing, you know, all the valve train. I mean, pretty much everything on this engine anyways. So small potatoes. The block's in good shape, the heads are in good shape. That is my biggest concern. Everything else is just whatever, we can replace it. So that's where we're at. I'm gonna pretty much just leave you guys here on this video. I know it wasn't very exciting. I have a lot of things in the works right now that we're gonna try and make happen. The E30 giveaway is over. We filled up all of our spots. Shout out to all of you guys. That is fantastic. I was really nervous that we wouldn't be able to do it. It took about 3 months, actually exactly 3 months to the day, and we filled all the spots. So this car is going to be one of your guys's by the time this video comes out. I'm sure that it'll already be out of my possession and with its new home. So I'm very anxious. I'm very excited. It's crazy to me that someone is gonna win this car for the price of a damn tank of gas. I got what I wanted out of it financially and with the car as well. I've had the thing 13 years. There's tons of sentimental value. So whoever has it right now when this video's out, I just hope you're enjoying it. I'll leave you guys off at that on the next video. We got the cage coming. Now that the car's done, we can start spending money. So we have a lot of cool stuff that's gonna be on the way soon. So keep your eyes peeled, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.